Last week, we showed you how commoners in Afghanistan questioned US President Joe Biden's final stamp on the complete withdrawal of US forces from Afghanistan. Well, the list of those expressing similar apprehensions is just getting longer. While some say it is the moral obligation of the US to stay until the peace returns, others are accusing Washington of worsening the situation, for they fear Taliban will regain hold of the country and all the progress made will be lost. Women will suffer the most if any of their fears come true.
Rolling boxing wraps, wearing professional gloves, and setting on a draining punching and kicking session at an indoor Kabul club, this is Hafiza Behmani. This 24-year-old national Muay Thai player has not just made great strides in her sport, but is also inspiring in training as many as 70 others. But with the announcement by President Joe Biden that US troops will leave Afghanistan by September 11, she said she fears many of her gains could be lost.
حالی که قرار شده نیروهای آمریکایی از کشور ما بره و نه تنها تشویش ما از تمام بانوانی است که سالها دختران ما زنان ما زحمت کشیده در این عرصه دستاوردهای خیلی زیاد را داشتند در چندین سال و زمینه پیشرفت بر خودشان ایجاد کردن و نمیخواین که اینا پایمال شوند، میخواین در این چارچوکات باشند و پیشرفت زیاد را بکنند.
The 1996 to 2001 Taliban regime was notorious for denying women and girls access to education, employment, freedom of movement and healthcare, and subjecting them to violence, including public lashing or execution by stoning. The foreign troop withdrawals have raised concerns that the country could erupt in full-scale civil war, providing Taliban an opportunity to return.
ما تمام بانوان افغانستان خواهان یک سال سرتاسری هستیم. ما نمیخواهیم در گذشته ها برگردیم، گذشته هایی که طالبان روز سیاهی را که به سر زنان افغانی می آوردن و نمیماندن حتی اینا تحصیل بکنن، ورزش بکنن، حتی نمیماندن تا به دکان برن و بر خودشان خرید بکنن.
A recent Human Rights Watch report said that the Taliban were deliberately targeting journalists and other media workers, including women in Afghanistan. Threats and attacks against journalists across the country have increased sharply since talks began between the Afghan government and the Taliban, heightening concerns about preserving freedom of expression and the media in any peace settlement.
ما فکر میکنم با توجه به شکنندگی وضعیت امنیتی در افغانستان به موقع نیست که امریکایی‌ها از افغانستان حالا بیرون میشن، به دلیلی که خب شما میدونین جنگ کماکان در میدان نبرد افغانستان ادامه داره. به مسائل بسیار اساس و ریشه‌ای در افغانستان در موزل جنگ افغانستان نگاه نشده. یکی از عواملی که جنگ را تقویت میکنه تنها گروه‌های افراطی و تندرو نیستند. موضوع مواد مخدر افغانستان یک بحث بسیار جدی است که بهش نگاه نشده. موزل قاچاق معادن در افغانستان یک بحث بسیار جدی است و این مسائل تا که حل نشه من فکر میکنم جنگ در افغانستان خاتمه پیدا نمیکنه.
Observers say that Afghan security forces are not equipped enough to challenge the Taliban that has already recaptured large swathes of territory. And when they will be left to defend the country on its own with limited capabilities and scant resources, the Afghan society is set to lose it all.